We are here at the Marine Environmental Affairs Office celebrating volunteers. It's the 9th annual Shellfish Volunteer Appreciation Day. On this episode of Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel. So Liz, right now you are shucking oysters for our volunteers today. How's the day going for you? You've been busy back here all day.
I've been really busy back here. It's awesome. I think people are having fun. I'm trying to keep up with the crowds. They love the oysters, so I'm doing my best to keep up with them.
They go quickly, I am sure. So tell me, you are really have just sort of taken on a new role, which is to coordinate some of the volunteers. What has that been like for you so far?
It's been a nice, easy transition. The shellfish technician before me did so much work to make sure it would be really easy. And I've worked with these guys as a seasonal for a couple of years now, so they know me. So it's been really nice and easing into it and everything. So it's awesome. I have great volunteers, too. They really make it.
Tell me a little bit about the volunteers. Really, that's what we're here to celebrate today. Would it be possible to run the shellfish program in the town of Barnstable without this many volunteers?
It would be incredibly difficult. We just have so much stock out there, so they're crucial in really harvesting and moving seed and helping us to plant everything. So it would be incredibly difficult without them. Probably not possible.
So Doug, tell me, how many years have you had this Volunteer Appreciation Day?
Oh, I'd say about 9 or 10.
What made you want to start this day and honor or thank the volunteers this way?
Because of all the support and the volunteers we get they're tremendous. We have 100 miles of shoreline in Barnstable, probably 2,500 permits, and these extra hands that we have is tremendous help for us every year. So it's much appreciated, and that's why we have this function every year. It's very good.
And what all are your volunteers doing to help the program?
Well, they have various abilities. Some people just count some of the stock we have. Some people help with the flupsy. Some dig the clams in and harvest them and pull the nets up. I mean, there's a wide range of functions they do to help us out. And the town manager and we have a lot of funding for the different programs we have, but you still need the hands to, do all of this stuff. So it's a big help for us, huge. That's why, again, we have this Volunteer Appreciation Day.
So, Bob, you help out every year. How long have you been helping out with Marine Environmental?
6 years.
What made you want to get involved?
Because I love the environment, and I love to have our own quahogs and oysters. I love this event because it's a fun time. We all get together and tell war stories and a few lies and so forth like that. And there's always, did you hear about this one or that one and so forth? And we all get big chuckles and so forth.
Well, first, let's talk about today. We're here celebrating the volunteers. It really takes a lot of volunteers to run this program. Why do you think so many people participate and want to help out?
Well, I think it's one of the things that people are very environmentally conscious today, and it's a way to give back to the town, and we all profit from this resource. I mean, where else can you go and have natural shellfish? I mean, oysters, little necks, mussels, clams. So everybody here is 90% of the people here are BARS members. The 10% that aren't are all great volunteers.
And what is most rewarding for you when you're working with BARS?
The camaraderie of the people, but seeing the fruits of your labor. I mean, I think Tom Marcotte from the town planted over 250,000 oysters this year on Scudder Lane. There's a lot of people that are going to enjoy that aren't necessarily members of BARS. I brought oysters the other day to a fellow that was very active in BARS for years, and he's in his 80s now, and he can't get out and to see the pleasure on his face was really great.
So looking at the event today, so many volunteers are here thanking the volunteers. What does it mean for the program to have all of these volunteers participate?
Well, you wouldn't see the resource that we have here with our shellfish if you didn't have an organization like this. BARS does a wonderful job. Our staff alone couldn't do it. But that's true of many of the things that we offer in our community. So it's greatly appreciated, and this is just a small, reflection and thanks for all that hard work.
Amy, great to see you today. I just want to know, first of all, I know you guys have done this for about 9 years. You have been involved with it for about 7. What all goes into putting this day on for the volunteers?
Well, first of all, we need to figure out who exactly did volunteer this year. And so there's a log kept of every single person that came out to assist in the field. And then from that list, we send out invites in the mail, and then we have RSVP through email or the phone, and then after that we have to figure out what we're getting them for a present each year, because we try to switch it up. One year it was koozies, another year we did lanyards, we did oyster shucking knives last year. This year it's a shellfish gate that's actually engraved with the word Shellfish Volunteer 2013 on it, and then we have to pick a cake. And then it's sort of like who's willing to make what, and if volunteers are willing to make things to bring to Volunteer Day, then we have sort of like a smorgasbord of food, as you can see. And then every year it's not a ton of planning, but it's a lot of dedication and love goes into it, and it's a great time every year we do it.
And wonderful to see. I know that the volunteers are so important to keep the program going. Wonderful to see so many people involved in the program. Is it tough to get volunteers for the program?
Oddly enough, no. The original person, the original shellfish technician, Christine Clark, who started the volunteer program with 6 people, had helped build about 80-person database by the time we took it over. And then, when we send out an email asking for volunteers, there's about 150, 160 people on that list, and we never go out into the field and have nobody show up. It doesn't matter what the weather's like. We always get at least a handful of people that are willing to come out and help us. It's great.
For our viewers that are watching and may want to get involved, what can they do to sign up to be a volunteer?
If you come into the office to get your shellfish permit and you're interested in volunteering, just let either Debbie or Terry at the front desk know. They'll take your name and your email address. Oftentimes I'll run into people in the field that I'm checking them shellfishing, and they're like, "Oh, how do I get involved with the program?" And I either give them my card, or when I'm taking down their number, I just write down their name and their email address, and then either Liz or I will give them to each other, and we just have these humongous distribution lists that we share with each other, and it grows and grows.
I just want to thank everyone for volunteering this year. The town has been really great to us as far as funding, and the committees go into a dedicated account. But we still need all of these hands to accomplish so many things. And I think it's one of the best organizations in the whole cake. Barnstable sometimes doesn't have more clams because we don't have a lot of flats, but the effort that's put into all the shellfishing in Barnstable and the volunteers and the staff is by far the best, I think, anywhere around. So thank you all very much. And this is a small taste of our appreciation for everything you guys do for us all year long. Thanks again.
I just wanted to give you a couple of statistics. So I don't have all of Matt's hours. I don't have all of what he put down for bushels harvested. I have some of it. So 370 hours of volunteer work this year. So that you guys did 370 hours combined, which is absolutely amazing. And that's the most since 2009. So it's only been getting worse. Congratulations. You also harvested 49 and a half bushels of quahogs to be moved, which is a lot, and that's a lower estimate of it. There are probably a lot more that's gone unaccounted for. Let's see. And we also planted 510,000 clams under 38 nets on the south side. So that's a lot of planting as well. So give yourselves a round of applause. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
For more information on how you can participate and volunteer for the amazing shellfish program in the town of Barnstable, you can visit the town of Barnstable's website. That web address is town.barnstable.ma.us. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.